Hello everyone, welcome to me at PINAC. Today we will discuss about the Gordon's model of dividend decision. Gordon's model states that dividend policy of a company will affect the market price of the share, which means that there is a relevance between dividend declaration and price of the company. Hence, this theory is known as the relevance theory of dividend. We will see the theory in detail. And Gordon has given one formula to find out the market price of the share based upon the dividend payout. Here it is the formula: P is equal to E into 1 minus B divided by KE minus BR. P is current market price, B is retention ratio, E is earnings per share, KE is cost of equity, and BR is retention ratio and rate of return. According to this theory, depending upon the growth status of the firm, the payout has to be decided, and in case if R is greater than KE, then the firm is to be considered as growth firm. In case of growth firms, it is recommended to go for 0% dividend payout. In we have second case, if R equal to KE, then the firm is termed as normal firm, and here in case of normal firms, the market price of the share is irrelevant with the dividend payout. Then we have third situation, if R is less than KE, then the firm is considered as declining firm. Then in case of declining firms, it is better to go for 100% dividend payout. We'll see the sum on Gordon's model now. The following information is available in respect of ABC Limited. Cost of capital is 12%. Assumed rate of returns are 15%, 12% and 10%, and these percentages are helpful to determine whether the firm is a growth firm or a declining firm or a normal firm. Earnings per share is rupees 10. And determine the value of the share using Gordon's model when dividend payout ratio is 100%, 80% and 40%. And here given here it is given EPS, that is earnings per share, is rupees 10, and cost of capital is 12%. Based upon the cost of equity, that is 12%, and assumed rate of returns, we can categorize the firms in three ways. One is growth firm, where R is greater than K, and here K is 12% and R is 15%. First case. Then when K is 12% and R is 12%, which means that R equal to K, and here this situation can be considered as normal form situation. Then third case, K is 12% and R is in third assumed rate of return is 10% and R is 10%. Then here R is less than K, and this can be considered as declining firm. In case of these three situations, we need to see the effect of dividend payout ratio on the market price. So here we have 3 dividend payout ratios are given: 100%, 80% and 40%, and at these 3 alternative dividend payout ratios we should calculate the market price per share. So let us take 100% dividend payout ratio. A. Here the dividend payout ratio is considered as 100%, which means that the retention ratio is 0. We are paying all the profits in the form of dividend. So we are not going to keep or retain any profit with the company. So the retention ratio will be 0%. Now apply Gordon's model at this situation. The formula for the calculation of market price under Gordon's model is P is equal to E into 1 minus B divided by KE minus BR. E here is earnings per share, which is given ₹10. Dividend is 100% dividend payout, so which means that all earnings will be paid in the form of dividend, so dividend will become 10, and B is going to be the retention ratio, which is 0. So apply all these figures into the formula. P is equal to E means ₹10 into 1 minus B means retention ratio is 0% only. So 1 minus 0 divided by KE here is 12%, that can be written as 0.12 minus BR means retention ratio into rate of return. Retention ratio is 0.0, that is 0%, into rate of return in this case of growth form is 15%. So this can be written as 0.15. And if we solve this, we will get the price of 83.33 rupees. Now we will find the value of the share in case of normal form when dividends are 100% payout. So P is equal to E into E here means earnings per share will be the same 10 into 1 minus B, that is retention ratio, that is 0.0 divided by KE represents cost of equity, that is 12% and can be written as 0.12 minus B represents retention ratio 0.0 into R represents rate of return. Rate of return in the case of normal form is 0.12, 12%, and it can be written as 0.12. And if we solve, we will get 83.33 rupees. Then we will see in case of declining form, P is equal to 10 into 1 minus 0.0 divided by KE will be the same 0.12 into BR means 0.0 into R here is 10%, so which is going to be 0.10, which will become 83.33 rupees. Now we will see point B, where dividend payout is 80%. When dividend payout is 80%, which means that the retention ratio is going to be 20%. We will see now. In case of growth firms, dividend payout is 80%. So which means that the retention ratio is going to be 20%. Now value of a firm, that is P, or value of the market, value of the share is going to be P is equal to E into, that is 10 minus E into, means 10 into 1 minus B, means retention ratio 0.2, 20%. So that can be written as 0.2 divided by KE is 0.12 again into BR. B is 0.2 into R, means rate of return here is 15%. So which is written as 0.15. So if we solve this, then we will get the value of the share as 88.88 rupees. So in case of normal form, P is equal to 10 into 1 minus 0.12 divided by 0.12 minus 0.2 into 0.12, and we will get 83.33 rupees. Then in case of declining form, P is equal to 10 into 1 minus 0.2 divided by 0.12 into 0.2 into 0.1, as the rate of return is 10% and which can be written as 0.1. And if we solve, we will get rupees 80 in case of declining. Now we will see bit C, where dividend payout is 40%. When dividend payout is 40%, so which means that the retention ratio is going to be 60%. Out of 100, if 40% is paid, then 60% will be left over with the company. So that is retention ratio, that is 60%. Then in this case, value of the share is going to be P is equal to E into, that is rupees 10 into 1 minus B, that is 0.6, 60% means, which can be written as 0.6 divided by KE is 0.1. KE is 0.12 into 0.6 into retention ratio is 0.6 into R here is 0.15. Then we will get the answer of 133.33 rupees. If we consider normal form, then P is equal to 10 into 1 minus 0.6 divided by 0.12 minus 0.6 into 0.12, as R is 12% here. So we will get 83.33 rupees. Then in case of declining form, P is equal to 10 into 1 minus 0.6 divided by 0.12 into 0.6 into 0.1. Then we will get 66.67 rupees. So if the dividend payout is 40%, then in case of growth forms it is 133. In case of normal form it will be 83.33, and in case of declining form it will be 66.67.